I flew in from Chicago and my cousin Berit flew in from Las Vegas. We were so excited to meet at our hotel in Iceland to begin a 4-day tour of this incredible island. We donned rain gear to explore behind our first waterfall of the day. We didn't have nearly enough time at the excellent folk museum, but we raced around to learn what we could of Icelandic culture.
He worked in this museum until he was 92 years old.
After a brief guided tour, we were free to explore the replica homes and church on our own. After a refreshing lunch, we trekked up to the top of our second waterfall of the day, enjoying the expansive views. The black sand beach made for a beautiful last stop of the day with its stunning columnar basalt and its sneaker waves, which kept us on our toes. Hotel Ork in Varagarity was a very comfortable home base for the duration of our stay. In the land of the midnight sun, we got a kick out of watching people begin a golf game at 10 p.m. Varagarity is a literal hotbed as it uses steam heat just below the surface to power its many greenhouses. Varma runs through town, adding to its picturesque setting. And what a treat to cook our own eggs in one of the pools in the town's small geothermal park. were also intrigued by the nearby geothermal kitchen where you could purchase food inside the hut and cook it yourself over steaming pans. In addition to the grocery store, bakery, library, and post office, the local shopping center also featured a fault line running right through the center where the North American and European tectonic plates are separating at about 2 centimeters per year. A walk above the town reveals bubbling hot springs everywhere and an expansive view towards the west. Insulated pipelines carry the hot water down the hill to warm the town's homes and businesses, and also the sidewalks. They're kept free of snow and ice all winter long. Icelandic food specialties include lamb and all kinds of seafood, and we tried both in all different guises. The offerings of grocery stores and convenience stores were pretty fascinating, and we were advised that the dried fish tasted great spread with butter. The breakfast bar offered up daily shots of cod liver oil to ensure our good health. On our second morning, we boarded the bus and headed east toward the Reykjanes Peninsula. The landscape is newly covered with lava and is quite stark. Our first stop was at the Blue Lagoon, where we were able to soak our cares away in mineral-rich and geothermically heated water. Our experience was only enhanced with luscious facial masks and a crisp cold drink, available from swim-up bars. Before returning to our hotel in Varagarity, we had time to stop briefly to explore an active geothermal area with bubbling mud pits, as well as a beautiful huge lake with fishermen and a bridal party. Our third day was spent entirely exploring Reykjavik. First, we hit the highlights with the bus, and then we were free to explore on our own. soared on a simulated flight over Iceland's astonishing wonders. The scenes whetted my appetite to come back and explore more.
So we will start by visiting the Friedheimer Horse and Tomato Farm, which is really fun.
It was a beautiful drive to the tomato and horse farm on our fourth and final day.
They decided to move here. It's a beautiful countryside.
We learned how they grew tomatoes year-round under glass with the help of geothermal energy and many pollinators. It was a thrill to meet the many Icelandic horses in the stable. And we had a demonstration of the 5 different gaits of the Icelandic horse. Most horses only have 3. What's called the tolt gait is so smooth the rider won't spill a drop.
Something that looks like a glacier. Do you see it? And there's a second biggest glacier in Iceland called the Lagoon, or the Long Glacier.
We bade farewell to our horse pals and headed past mountains and glaciers and rivers to our next stop, the original geyser. Sadly, it no longer erupts, but nearby Stroker is quite active. After a brief lunch, we made an even briefer stop at Gullfoss, an exhilarating waterfall. Þingvellir National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and also the location of the annual Parliament of Iceland from the year 930 until 1798.
Hey!
The park is of great geological significance as well. Again, we see the rift dividing the North American and European plates. This time we can walk deep into it. The sun is up at 3:30 a.m. and so are we as we begin our long journey back home. I'm grateful to our tour group, our tour guide Barb, our tour guide Anne, our driver Peter, our guide Birker, and most of all my cousin, whose sense of adventure has not diminished at all since we last traveled together in our teens. And I don't think this is the last journey we'll take together.